welcome back to the Comic Lounge. So, here we go. This will be the last episode, I guess, of the month. And after this, there might be some pushback. Not really pushback, more so like stepping back a little bit as far as buying or whatever. But I think I will have some videos coming out within the next month that are going to be a little different. I might do some actual collection videos here and there, but do at least keep the channel busy. But for now, let's end the. This was a crazy month for me. This was a insane month. I think I might have went a little overboard this month to begin with, but you know what? I again came across some ridiculous deals. Especially online, for books that I thought I wouldn't find this cheap, but I found some of these for cheap. So, pretty much what I kind of led on with the previous video, which was mostly me showing off a lot of Bronze Age Marvel pickups. This one's definitely in the vicinity of Bronze Age Marvel, with a few pre-ordered items, but these were ones I found online, and I think it's one for one other particular character, one who's about to make his return to this time into the MCU, being played by the same actor that played this character on the Netflix TV series. But I ended up finding some of these 70s ones for fairly reasonable prices, and they're very low, and especially for the condition of these. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, let's start off with the one that really kicked it off. For some reason, this character and these books, or at least this series, ended up popping up on my eBay browsing history, or at least for recommendations, whatever. I was trying to find some cheapy Bronze Age Marvel books, and this just popped up, and for the condition, which isn't near mint, but for the price, alright, I'll buy it. But it's the 5th issue in the Iron Fist series. The one from Chris Claremont and John Byrne, which is some of the earliest team-ups between those two creative guys. And they would be the ones that would really take the X-Men into a complete and utter heights, for popularity. But this is one of the beginnings of that whole team-up between Chris Claremont and John Byrne. And for the price alone, I could not pass up. I mean, it's not perfect. Let's put it that. The back cover's okay. No rips, no tears. There's definitely wear. There's definitely some scuffing, and there's definitely some, spine ticks. There's definitely some bit of creases here and there. But as far as being presentable and the way that it looks, for $4, I'd say this was a very reasonable price for such a book. So the 5th issue in the Iron Fist series. Now, normally number 1, and of course number 14 are the most valuable within the series. They are the most expensive ones. But some of these other ones are fairly reasonable. They're a lot cheaper. But still, around this, for $4, yeah, I could not pass up on that deal. So, here we go, Iron Fist number 5. And to kind of take another plunge, for as cheap as this was and for the condition, and this is actually going to be from a seller out of Reno, believe it or not, and since I live very close to Reno, this showed up within a day. And so, this would literally be the 4th issue in this run. but it is issue number 53 of Power Man and Iron Fist. And so, again, this is just, it's not number 50, which is the first issue of when, which this series originally started as Luke Cage Hero for Hire. Then by issue number 17, it became Power Man. Then by issue 50, once Claremont was on board and obviously threw in Iron Fist, it quickly turned into Power Man Iron Fist with issue number 50. And so for $3, literally $3, and in this condition, which is actually not a bad looking copy. Back cover has some issues, but it's not really that bad. This is a really nice mid-grade, and I think for that, for early Power Man Iron Fist, just before issue number 54, which is when they would these two would officially be referred to as Heroes for Hire. This is pretty cool, really nice. So, Power Man Iron Fist number 53. Always been wanting to get some Power Man Iron Fist, but it's always nice finding the early ones. Now, this is where this is going to get really crazy because of, we're going to get back to Iron Fist here, just solo Iron Fist. But these are really from the Marvel Premiere ones. And now, no, there's not a first appearance, so there's not Marvel Premiere number 15. I tried looking for at least a decently priced copy for number 16, but then I came across this for, well, number 17, which is the, the third appearance of Iron Fist, even though technically, I don't know if you really can get away with labeling any of these Marvel Premiere Iron Fist comics as being third or second or fourth appearance, when really Iron Fist took up the entire, at least from issue number 15 to at least 25, it was all his series. It was basically his. And so, I don't know if you really can get away with labeling any of these first, or at least second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever appearance, whatever, because after a while, it's like, okay, whatever. It's pretty much his title at this point. Still, I had ended up finding a seller who was selling this for at least $6, and he, of course, stated that it was complete and includes the Marvel value stamp. And so, by the condition, which is, again, not perfect by any means, but it's not terrible to begin with. It's actually pretty good to begin with. I would say it still borders into the mid-grade territory, to be honest. I mean, look at some of that. I mean, sure, there's definitely some spine ticks, and there's definitely some, here and there, some. But for the pictures and for what he was describing and for the price, I took a plunge. And so when it finally arrived, I flipped through the book to make sure that the seller was not lying. And as you can see right now, because I have a picture here, it is complete. It is a complete book with the Red Skull Series A Marvel value stamp. For the price, I'd say this was a really decent, pretty good pickup for that price alone. So, every time I see deals like that, yeah, I'm going to jump on it, especially for these Marvel Premiere Iron Fists. So, really cool to begin with, really good. So, I lucked into a pretty good copy of this book. Really nice. And finally, this is the one that just showed up recently, and same thing. This guy, of course, had free shipping, and it was for $8, but it looked pretty good to my eyes. And I was also very curious if this also had the Marvel value stamp intact. And this showed up really quick. The guy did, he had it, the was it FedEx ground, so it really came fast. It showed up fast, and again, looking at the book, it ain't in the it's on par with the condition for issue number 17, but it's Marvel Premiere number 24, which is the first appearance of Princess Azir. So, as you can see, I think it's a pretty darn good looking copy. It ain't near mint. I can't really call these near mint, but these are pretty good mid grades. This one's a pretty decent mid grade to begin with. It's not too bad at all. If I had a presser, yeah, this would actually look really good to begin with. And again, it's complete. The Marvel Value stamp is intact, which is the Stranger. I think Series A as well, because they all have a little numbering for each one. Because there's, for characters, when they would give them Marvel Value stamps, there would always be at least a different picture, whatever, of two different pictures for the character, but they would be spread out across the books that would be published with these with these value stamps. And so it was really nice that this was also one that had the Marvel Value stamp intact, making it a complete copy. And for $8, free shipping, showed up really quick, was well packed. Yeah, I am actually ecstatic. I can't believe it. It is absolutely amazing that I'm getting some of these for really decent prices. Unbelievable. So really awesome. Iron Fist number 24. And that's some really early Pat Broderick on art. And here I thought some of the Captain Marvels from like issue number 55, 56, and up until the very end of that series, I thought that was early Pat Broderick. But this was, again, that's like 1975. So that's really, really at the beginning of that artist's beginning. And I really like his art. I love this Captain Atom. It just looks so good. There you have it. 4 Iron Fist books. And again, I should also mention that number 5 was first appearance for Scimitar. But again, for all of these books, I think number 17 also has another key book to begin with, besides being labeled as the third appearance of Iron Fist. Still, I just could not. I could not pass up on the price for those books. I could not. How could you pass up on those books for those prices? Even if it isn't near mint, they're still, for the price alone, they're still worth picking up. I don't think anyone should at least should snooze on them. Especially now with the same actor, was it Finn Jones, is basically reprising the role as Iron Fist, and it's going to be in the 3rd season of Daredevil, Born Again. I figured might as well get some Iron Fists into the collection. Finally, let's get into the 3 pre-orders. So here we have it. She-Spawn number 3. Really, again, this is the cover A variant. The cover A, again, from writer Gail Simone. Yeah, that has some this is more like Mylar. This is like Mylar for the packaging. So I don't have to replace any of these to begin with. These are just already perfect. So there's that. Spawn 377. And then finally, here we have it. The 5th issue of the new Deathstroke the Terminator series. This is just the first cover appearance of... I don't know, does it really matter if I even spoil that? It's already gets spoiled already thanks to a lot of the descriptions or the story descriptions for these books now. But this would be the first cover appearance of Adeline Kane, the ex-wife of Slade Wilson / Deathstroke, as, well, Deathstroke. So, I mean, she's also been the vigilante. Yeah, there was a bit of a... that'd be a deep cut from the original Deathstroke the Terminator series. either way, there you have it. There you have it, some 3 pre-orders and some really cool Iron Fist pickups. So, if you have any thoughts on any of the books I just showed, you can leave them all down in the comment section below. But not only will it do me great, but it will do you great, because once you hit that subscribe button, you'll never miss out on any brand new content. So until then, keep on reading, keep on hunting, and keep on collecting comic books, everybody. Continue the hobby. It's healthy. Even in this crappy economy, it's still healthy. And again, reading comic books at this point in general and just getting what you love is just, in a way, it's still pretty healthy for the soul. Alright, ending it with that. Take care, everybody.